Oh, baby, he's got the speed. That's right. And I'll prove it. So, let's just talk for a second about attack speed. Something that's pretty amazing with this build. Naturally, getting 7.5% increase in your attack speed. Now, since you'll be using either one-handed weapons or dual weapons, in both slots you'll be getting a 10% bonus in your attack speed. And yes, these all stack 17.5%. And with your gear, I recommend as much as you can get of attack speed. That is 5% on your axes. I like a 5% on the hammers too, combined with the charm. An additional 5%, that is 10 on top of your 17.5, that is 27.5%. And when you use your leap, that is 30% more attack speed stacking together to create a whopping 57.5% increase in your overall attack speed. Now, if you didn't see my Power Slayer video, I will go over this general build very quickly. You want the killing blows for your temporary health. This skill, as I talked about, gives you 10% increased attack speed. Smiter lets you stun every enemy you hit. Sorry, not stun, stagger every enemy you hit. And you deal 20% more damage to stagger enemies. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, that's 20% more damage to every enemy. High Tally lets you get another stack of Trophy Hunter, which is a damage increase buff. The more enemies you hit, the more damage you do. It stacks up to 40% increased damage, lasting for 2 seconds. Grimnir's Focus. Hitting an enemy with a charge attack reduces damage taken by 40% for 5 seconds. This is going to be maybe a little bit more difficult with this kind of a build, but still useful if you can just swap over to the hammers, and if you're going for a headshot or something, charge that puppy up and just come down on that rat's head. And then Crunch, of course. The fairly recent rework Final Talent, knocking back enemies twice as far, allowing you to free yourself from the descending horde. Now the gear. Let's get into it. I like the dual axes and the dual hammers. This lets you easily, very easily, these are great for unarmored enemies. You can just mow through those Skaven like nobody's business. And then if you get like a black rat or a frickin', even a chaos warrior, honestly, it'll take some time, but these things will kill them. The necklace, you want bark skin because that's going to stack with Grimnir's Focus. And if the right conditions are met, you'll get 70% reduced damage for a little bit. You obviously want health. That's extremely important. And I like stamina, but if you really feel like blocking all the time with Slayer, I guess you can go with block cost reduction. I wouldn't do that, though. The charm I've talked about. You want attack speed, that's a must. Oops. I like Power's Chaos, since the Chaos enemies have more health than Skaven enemies. But hey, you do you. But definitely you want Concoction with this build. Concoction's really good for characters with really short cooldowns. And this guy's, I think, is like 40 seconds. Yeah, 40 seconds. Oops. So, you grab any kind of potion. If you're in a hurry, you can just chug that thing down. You'll get your crunch back, and you can knock everybody back. And then for legend and under runs, you want maximum curse resistance. I go for crit chance. If you really want to be a speedy boy, you can go for movement speed, I guess. I wouldn't do that. I also happen to like shrapnel. It's just good for like patrols. If everybody's got a bomb, you can just chuck those mother frickers and that'll be dead. So, yeah. That is pretty much it. Thank you.